Welcome to today's episode of DMV Crime Watch, where we bring attention to unsolved mysteries, long forgotten cases, and tragic stories that still demand justice. In this episode, we explore three chilling and unresolved cases spanning decades, from a disturbing home invasion in Arlington, Virginia, to a mysterious body found in Baltimore, Maryland, and a heartbreaking missing persons case in Washington, D.C. We'll take a look at the victims, the details surrounding their cases, and how they continue to linger in the shadows of cold case investigations. Your tips could help bring justice and closure to the long, unsolved mysteries. Let's begin. Arlington, Virginia, May 5th, 1970. A couple would come home and surprise an intruder, which would lead to one of the victims suffering a medical emergency during the invasion. Frank Shipley and his wife would arrive to their home located in the 5500 block of North 18th Street. When they arrived, a burglar was in their home. The burglar was interested in the coin collection and told Frank to open it to give him access to it. Frank would have a heart attack during the ordeal, and the suspect would leave in the Shipley's car, a 1968 Dodge Dart. The car would later be recovered by police, but the suspect has been out of investigators' eyes for decades. He was described as a white male, in his 20s at the time, 5'8", with a slim build with dark brown or black wavy hair. Detectives believe the suspect had some knowledge prior to burglarizing the Shipley's residence, as he was mainly interested in the coin collection. If the suspect in this case sounds familiar to you, please contact the ACPD tip line at 703-228-4242. Baltimore, Maryland, February 25th, 1984. The unidentified body of a black male has been in the system for decades. Hopefully, with sharing this case, we can get our victim to his loved ones. A man was found lying near the railroad tracks deceased, near the now closed Armco Steel Company. He was found about 6 hours after his death. He is described as a black male, between the ages of 30 to 40 years old, 6'3", weighing 172 pounds, with a black curly fro. Pictures of our deceased are post-mortem, and we will not be able to show an image on our channel, but you can look and find a picture with the case number 106868. Hopefully someone out there knows our victim so that we can finally get his name. If you have any tips, please contact the Maryland Office of the Chief Medical Examiner at 410-333-3250. Washington, D.C., February 12, 2009. A woman goes missing, but her case opens up another homicide that was committed by her ex-lover. Pamela Butler, 47, worked as a computer systems analyst for the Environmental Protection Agency. She attended American University, where she earned her bachelor's and master's degree in public administration. Pamela's hard work paid off, and she was able to live well in her home while also doing real estate investments on the side. Pamela lived in the 5800 block of 4th Street Northwest in Washington, D.C. At her residence, she had an elite security system at every entrance and inside as well. She was very particular about her home, and things were always in their place. Pamela was a private and well-reserved woman who was soon met with love in her life. For 5 months, Pamela was dating Jose Angel Rodriguez Cruz. The relationship would eventually end in an amicable but sudden split. As the economy changed, Pamela's investments declined, and this may have been a reason why she decided to focus on herself and not a relationship. But Pamela would go missing. Pamela was last seen with her boyfriend at her home around 9:48 p.m. This was captured on her security system on February 12, 2009. She would always keep in contact with her family, and she hadn't been heard from. This would open up a missing persons investigation. Pamela's brother would head to her home and found that her bedroom blinds were open, the comforter was off the bed, and a sheet was missing. He would also find that one of her windows was unlocked and the security system was not on. This was unlike Pamela, as she always turned on her security system when she left her home. At the home, police would find both of Pamela's cars, a Mercedes-Benz and a Jaguar, but they found that she left with her keys, purse, and money. In conclusion, they believed that this case was not met with foul play, but their assumptions were very wrong. Police would investigate Jose, as he was the last person seen with her. Jose would initially cooperate with investigators, but decided not to as he believed he was being harassed for the missing case of his ex-girlfriend. Authorities will review Pamela's security system and find that Jose entered the home 3 more times to allegedly remove his belongings. This was accurate, as he was seen leaving with bags from Pamela's residence. But authorities would not stop searching for Pamela and found that Jose had prior interactions with the law. He was involved in another missing persons case of his ex-wife. Jose was accused of domestic violence from his first wife, and she had been reported missing. Authorities would cancel the missing person case after they believed they spoke with his ex-wife. They would find that they actually spoke with someone else, that Jose had given information about his ex-wife to pretend like they were her. In October of 2017, Jose would admit to the murder of his ex-wife and show detectives where her body was located. He would also admit to the murder of Pamela and show detectives where her body was located, but due to construction and pavement, they were not able to recover her body. Today, Jose sits in prison for the murder of both women and was sentenced to 40 years. Pamela and Marta both lost their lives to a man who could not handle rejection, and there are many women and men who both deal with domestic violence cases across the country. If you or someone you know may be in a situation where they need help, please contact the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Thank you for joining us in today's episode. While these cases remained unsolved, your awareness and any information you may have could be the key to unlocking the truth. If you have any tips or details that could help investigators, please reach out to the provided contact numbers. Remember, justice is not always instant, but with your help, we can bring closure to those who still wait for answers. If you or someone you know is facing domestic violence, please reach out to the support services available. Until next time, stay vigilant and compassionate. Together, we can make a difference.